delegates that came out to say, no, we did not go with the 1,000
exactly.
plus,
So,
we went with 400.
Of
so
course.
Abure and Peter Obi and every other one who spoke on it spoke on the fact that the COP28 record for Nigerian government delegates says 1,400.
It is the federal government who will be in the position to tell us how many persons they went with.
And according to them,
they said they went with 400.
But the records.
Who brought the record? Yes, Nigerians who went to COP, maybe 1,000 something. I just said how some of them went. The
number you're quoting right now, is it a part of the figure that the whole Nigerian?
For you to supersede the present government, you must talk with facts and figures, even when the government has done mistakes. Now let's come according to what we know presently, after much claim and acclaim. 400 and something persons to Dubai. 40 something persons. The vice president, about 10 or thereabouts. The Senate, 40 something. The reps, 30 something. Ministries, departments, and MDAs has their own. Now, who is the presidency? That is, I remember the question Babakir Lawal asked sometime during the grass cutting saga. Who is the presidency? Now, if the presidency said they went, they own cartel 400 and the vice president then asked who is the president? They must change this narrative. We are talking about Jonathan, how he went to programs with hundreds of persons, 80-something persons, and Buhari said he's cutting his own down. Yet 50-something persons still cutting down. Tinubu said no, that he's making sure that Nigeria has that he puts Nigeria in a renewed group, and he's going with 400 and calculate the fare from Nigeria to Dubai. Calculate the allowance. They are innocent until proven guilty.
No, listen.
No, if they can, 250 naira.
The Adams Oshomolo's calculation, I think maybe he needs to get down to see how the average Almajiris live in this country. 750 naira is actually a big money to some persons right now. So if you talk about the person in prison who is eating 750 naira and he thinks it's a joke, then it means that they don't even understand what is going on in this country right now.
That was the one that was facing him.
Okay.
He was talking about he was not talking about that much. He could have talked towards that line, but he's talking about the one that was facing him. That's
At least he was a state governor and he knows what the dope prisons looks like. Maybe he's not lived up north where he has been around the Almajiri. So when I saw that video where he talked about the feeding of the dogs and feeding of the
when I started here,
to pay
almost approximately 9 trillion was spent on debt.
Give us leaders who have the mind of the people. That was my first take here. It's very painful. If money has lacked you to 500 naira, that when you see 500 naira, you will feel like a big boy. Then you will understand what it when you hear 10,000 naira. It has happened to me.
So when you imagine that Nigerians who may be watching this now don't know where their first meal is going to come from.
Exactly.
And now you're telling them, for instance, that you went to Dubai.
And the worst part is that...
And these are things you could have actually sit down in your office. All these people can sit down in their office and virtually follow this, virtually follow the story.
Yes.
Now, the events.
Now, you know, one game that the federal government is playing with the psyche of Nigerians. They're only telling us the number of figures of persons. They have refused to tell us how much.
Because, like in Abure's case, someone did say, I can't remember someone that did say, how much exactly did you pay for it?
But the point is that...
Or maybe they are angry with the elites.
Definitely. He could have used a more better word.
Maybe it's anger. Yes. He said angry with the elite, that they are not happy with them.
If they're not happy with them, are they asked why are they not happy? How will you imagine hundreds of children, youths,
corrupt practices. He said the question to be asked is where the children are learning such criminality from, if not from us, the parents, especially we, the leaders. He noted that leaders engaging in corruption are setting bad precedents for the youth to follow. In a post on his X handle, he wrote, "Corruption has become the greatest threat to our national existence, especially our democracy, peace, and progress. It has immeasurably stunted our development as a nation. The gross abuse of the rule of law and disrespect for our constitution are all resultant effects of the endemic corruption that has eaten through the fabric of our society. More sadly is the fact that we, the leaders, are not setting very good precedent for our children by engaging in all forms of corrupt practices." The chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, was recently reported to have lamented a huge percentage of Nigerian youth in cybercrime. The question we must all ask is where the children are learning such criminality from, if not from us, the parents, especially we, the leaders. Pertinent questions asked by the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 elections. We remember that after that statement was made by the EFCC chair, Nance came out to demand a retract and an apology.
Yep.
Because if you say that 70% of Nigerian students are
criminals,
fraudulent, that means you must have arrested 700 out of 1,000 and found them guilty of fraud. Then why are our universities still full of human beings? How?
One question, if I was there, I would have asked that question. It's not by giving us figures. We are tired of hearing figures. Practical. Yes, we want to see it as you are.
There's something about taking responsibility.
Yes.
Taking responsibility is admitting to, hey, I made a mistake, I was wrong.
Okay.
And here I am, I'm going to make it right.
There are some mistakes you must not make.
No, but how do you say you can't make a mistake if you're a human being?
I'm coming. There is, you can, to those persons who have taken responsibility. Why won't it happen again? We are in this country here, when somebody, Abamoro, was the minister of something under Goodluck Jonathan, and instead of giving Nigerians free opportunity to get a job, he said they should pay 1,000 naira to apply for jobs. Right. And who gave them those guts to go into cybercrime? The ones they caught. Hush Puppy, for example. What happened to Hush Puppy?
Well,
all right, we'll just come back. The argument is getting heated up. We just learned there's a breaking news. Some form from a decamping and all of that seems to have taken place in the assembly members. But everyone will come back to you with that story right after the break.
Challenge how high the ups.
Representing people, Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the tongue thing. Who can come and salvage us the tongue thing? Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
It's Christmas season, hooray! A time to make merry with loved ones, a time to give thanks, and a time to be a blessing. May your holiday see Wish 99.5 FM and Atlantic Television Network. We wish you a Merry Christmas full of amazing experiences. Cheers to a beautiful year end.
are doing well.
Is the minister totally jettisoning malaria for cancer? Have you found the cure for cancer? Are you ready to welcome him to the APC?
Until he